has been a long time that I did not touch this one. Yeah, so I hope you are well. And I wanted to do this live because I see the branches moving. I guess the rabbit is eating. Now that it's been the rain, the bushes that seems dead, they are green. And the baby rabbits love these leaves. Yeah, so I wanted to do a live because what I posted recently put a lot of animation about two posts that I had, two messages that I had in private that I posted anonymous because I will not post without requesting permission with the name of the people for sure. But I thought it was interesting to see how first one, how reality is perceived and what is reality in fact. And it was very interesting because I posted about the issue that are now going on with the health crisis that we all know. And some people are still saying that it's not true, that because their experience is different than experiences of others. But I posted that to show the different comments, to see that there are different life experiences, to show that it's normal because we are all different, and also we come with a different life experience to have. So regarding this therapy, that we know, therapy genic, some people are going to have benefits of that, and some people are going to be very affected. But this is part, for me, of their choice as incarnation, as the life experience that their soul want to live. So I posted all this to show and to make people realize, especially the ones who are against and say that no, it's not true, no, to see that, to show that in fact the reality they live is different than the reality someone else is living. And this is to respect. It's not to say, oh, no, this is bullshit. No. You have people who are living terrible things since 2 years. And you have people who are not affected at all. And you have people who got the therapy are not affected at all, at least for now, or maybe they will never. Because it's not in their life experience path. So it's for that I wanted to really emphasize on that we have to respect what others are experiencing because it's their truth, and not say, oh, no, it's not true. It's remember me when I was little girl and I was bringing something because I saw it like that. And adults were telling me, oh, shut up, you don't know what you are speaking about. And every time I was feeling like not understood for sure, not listened properly in what I was bringing. And because what I was bringing, I was passionate about that. And I thought it was, wow, I was maybe guessing that I would have a conversation, that I would have an exchange. But it's difficult for adults that are, in their daily lives with all their occupations and work and hard work and all that, to take time to listen to fantasy of children, like, oh, no, this is, you are, delusional, you are. So more you hear that, and less you're gonna be okay with what you feel with yourself. And more you're gonna adopt, and more you're going to be confused. And after you can even become intolerant because of that, because you have not been listened when you were a kid, and you know that there is your truth, and when you see things you want really to bring that forward, but when you have rejection, every time it's reactivate this thing of the childhood, and it's like giving a bitter taste, and in the same time that you are not valuable, and in another time that maybe you are wrong, but what you feel is right, you feel it. So it's complex. So this is, we come here with different paths to go on, and we have to respect the one of others. There are serious trouble right now, and it will be even more and more. And we have to face this. Some people cannot face this because some people cannot see the big scheme, the total picture, and what is going on, because what is going on is too ugly to see. So they prefer to stay on, one level surface, to don't go deeper, because it's really hurting. It's also very hurting when you see that you have been fooled, and more when you see that you have been fooled for interest of others. So this is something that has to be really seen on a larger picture, because more you're going to be able, more we are able to open our mind to the unknown, to things that we don't know about from our perspective, and that others are bringing, more we are open and curious, more we are doing research, more we are on this way to expand our territory of knowledge, and more we understand and more we open our heart. It's like magical. And when I was young, when I was young, I had my 2 children. I was 20, and I was with 2 little babies, very young, and I was always like very active and very everybody thought I was a sport teacher, or that, and everybody in my family saw Yasmina was my name at that time. She wants to heal everyone. She wants to cure everyone, because I had this kind of maybe inner wisdom, seeing or feeling someone was not feeling good, maybe you should take that or maybe that. But I was more intolerant. I say, no, because you eat that, you become that and that. So it was very difficult to don't reject, because my way was too violent, because I was not understanding that others could be different, and that maybe for others it was not making sense, because I had the feeling from my place it was the truth, and I guess it was the truth, and a certain truth, my truth. But I understood with time, especially going through 2 marriage and 2 divorce, that you cannot make things becoming concrete for others when they are not ready to see, or maybe they will never see because it's not on their path. And this we have really to let go with that. It's I remember when I was in the workshops, the training of symbolization with Marge Reddington, she always told us, you feel something, you give the information. You give it once, twice, it's not taken, you give a 3rd time. If it's not taken, you go on something else, you let go, you don't continue that. But some people have the complex of Mère Teresa, so they want to save all the world, and they want, to. So I was a little bit like that, maybe when I was very young, in my 20s, and this changed. And I have the feeling that by being more tolerant and open and yeah, okay, it's like that, and let do people as they want to do, what they want to do, you know. In fact, it's easier on me, and I guess it's easier on them too, because you don't put pressure, you don't put a bad mood, you don't put, you know, it's much more simple actually. So I wanted to do this video about that, and about also the other one of this comment that I had, this message that I had on Facebook about telling me that I should go on Instagram to post my pictures because it was more the place, as you don't even realize that these pictures are from Instagram and goes to Facebook directly. So people are not knowing how this is working. Like also on Facebook, people don't understand that there are these automatic messages that are telling you, asking how I would love to know more about yourself. I never ask that. I don't have time, you know. I don't have time to engage conversation with everybody, and I surely don't ask more about their lives. And some people still don't know that it's an automatic message from Facebook. And after they are offended when I don't respond because they thought, oh, why did you ask me about me if you don't respond? I say, you know, it's like, it's really, really funny. So last day I saw this message that was like, you know, and I was seeing, it's like I was seeing the person, and I was like, wow, this is really sad, because when I'm intrigued by someone, or I'm, you know, shocked, that is not really, now I'm more flexible with that. But if I will be shocked by something or someone, I will go and do some research. I will not start to write a big message like that, take time for that, without knowing more who is this person, you know. So it's quite interesting, because this is a totally unconscious behavior of people who are not or satisfied in their life, or they are desiring something and they don't know. For me, it's more about not knowing how to deal with themselves, not knowing who they are really, and what are their needs, and what are their dreams, and create with their imaginations their dreams, and go on that, and be like flowing with, you know. It's very sad sometimes to see that. It's really sad, because it's like they are cut from a bigger possibilities, you know, to express themselves, to be themselves. And there is a kind of bitter behavior, and yeah, it's really sad. The amazing thing I discovered when I posted that, I knew about that because I received a lot of message of you thanking me for what I give. But what I didn't know is that some of you are listening to my video and my voice before sleeping. I was like, wow, this is interesting. So I guess I may have a kind of soporific voice, you know, like to help to fall asleep. And it's really funny, because I had some trouble with my professional network casting account, and I had to call them, and I had to fix some things with them. They changed and they did not connect all my accounts, so it was a mess. And I went on my account that I've not been since maybe 1 year. You know, I'm really beside all this, you know, acting and modeling things since many months. since 2020 actually. I am really in margin on that. So by curiosity, I went back and I checked my pictures and I say, wow, this was a long time ago, like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, or this. And I found something I totally forgot. I found a little clip. I was going at the studio regularly to record my voice in the studio, so the sound is really nice. And I found this little clip that I totally forgot I put on my account of my voice, different texts in French, in English, in Italian. And this made me reconnect to that maybe I should do something with my voice, because with what you told me, you wrote me, and now listening after years these clips, I say, wow, maybe there is something there to do. And so I connect the dot. I had also my astrologic chart for the year that has been done, and she told me, you have to explore different senses. How do you express different senses with a different way? And I was like, wow, yeah, I started the music with the handpan, but I don't practice a lot, and I'm not a musician. And this is connected to the ear, ears. But now I think really I have to investigate about the voice, So this was really, really interesting to have this, to post this and see the reaction of people, and how they can be closed to other realities. There is not only one reality, there are multiple realities. And I posted also a couple of days ago, one of my followers sent me the beautiful speech of Sting about democracy. And it was really interesting because it's exactly that. We are multiples, all different, and it's very difficult to conceal all of us together because we see the world differently and we act differently. But it's also what makes the world and life beautiful, because if we were all the same, I don't see the point, So maybe now it's time, and I spoke a lot about this in my video during these 2 last years, to open to the unknown, to be open to listen to what others has to bring. It's really interesting how it's totally parallel worlds. I was listening also earlier this group of nurses and doctors in France who are who stopped their job, who declined to work because they could not, even because they were not injected, and they decided to create a parallel collectivity and to work with people who want to work with them, with what they have to bring. So I guess the one who are totally against, saying no, it's true, this is working very well, and that they don't even know that there are these doctors and nurses in parallel that are working on the opposite side. And it's quite very interesting because they are also doctors and nurses. They are also there to help, So it's very weird time we are in, and very interesting too, because it's a time of a big fundamental change. And I am like, wow, I cannot believe when I see, because this is also something, I have some exchange with women my age or above 70. And in fact, we have many years and decades to see the evolution, to see how things being activated, or the event that create other reactions and all that. We can step back on time and see how things has been connected together. Younger people cannot see that. Younger people has also less experiences. Most I hope for them, difficult experiences in the body. So it's very difficult for younger people to understand and to apprehend what is going on. So it's for that. I always say that aging is really a gift, you know. And I wonder if I live 30 more years, I will be in my 100 year. Soon I will be 70. So I wonder, in 30 years, when I see all the changes for the last 40 years, because I started to be aware when I was 24, 25. It's when something make me so over realities and starting to understand my process as I was projecting on others my shadow, the thing I didn't want or I didn't like of myself, as I was criticizing and judgmental because I was projecting on others something of me that I was unable to see, to have a chance that the other will give me a feedback, sometimes violent, by a reaction, you know, to be able to awaken me, to be able to make me facing myself in who I was really. And this phenomenon of projection is very hard to understand at the beginning. But when you get it, it's an amazing tool. Because when you get it, every time I was, for example, hurt or shocked by something in someone, immediately I was returning on me. What in me could be similar that I cannot see? What do I have to learn? What do I have to learn in this behavior? What do I have to see there for myself? So when you do that already, just by doing that, you, I don't know how you say in English, désamorce. You disconnect and you can step back and you don't, in a way, you stop to put oil on the fire because you step back, because you interrogate yourself, because you know when you discover the phenomenon of projection, it's fantastic. And how it works, it's really the most amazing tool to open more and more our consciousness. And this is what people who are, if I can say, criticizing, and this for me, it slides on me, but it's very now, but some years ago it was not. Some years ago I was like, no, it's not true. Why they say that? I was not understanding that even they were projecting their shadow on me, and as I was not very clear on some aspect of myself, I was feeling like guilty, and I was reacting like that. But now, no, I can observe and I send immediately love to that person, because I can even feel how this person can be not really happy in her life or in their lives, how they can be frustrated, how they can be with a lack of attention. It's really interesting because regarding the comment and the message of people, I can almost see how they are. And I can almost see they are in expansion and fluid, or if they are like, like narrow, like that, like dry. It's quite very, very, very interesting. The words that are used, I always speak about that, how the words are important, how the words has been not well used recently, like the 2 last years. Words to define something has been used, but it's not the right thing they define. And this create more and more confusion. And it's quite really, really difficult. So sometimes it's good to go and see the etymology of words to be sure that we are using the right one. And now everything is like, everything is against. You speak about skin color, you are racist. You speak about, medical orientation, you are crazy. It's all about all these things. You cannot speak about politics without being tagged of right or left, or you cannot speak even about anything without being put in a box of political side that is not right, because there are things that there is common sense. It's not obliged to be part of a political party to have common sense, to see things that are not right, and to, at least from your own perspective, and it's very hard. It's really, the media did a lot of confusion using the words, So here we are, and me, I'm still in my installation, still not settled. They were supposed to leave the regular fridge today after almost 2 months. They came 3 times, no, and today I'm expecting and they don't come. So it's like really, 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 sometimes I was like, what I'm doing here? Maybe it's not right to be here. It's like, because nothing is flowing. But I think it's like that because it's a time of big changes. I see all around me a lot of people with very big changes in their life. Amazing changes. So it's like a little bit chaotic everywhere. And I think this is a reflect of that. So it's in suspense. So I try to enjoy, and when I'm fed up of something that is not working, I go on the porch and I look the nature and the animals, and I take a tea, and the evening arrive and I go to bed, and and now I found a way to sleep well, because I was not sleeping well in that bedroom. So now I sleep here in the living room. And I wait to have, I waited about this fridge to have someone coming to help me to fix what I cannot fix because it's too hard, or to be helped a little bit. I have dead trees that I want to cut. I have many things I want to do that it's maybe too hard for me now. So a lot of things. I'm with a lot of projects, but I'm not advancing very much. So this is what I wanted just to share with you. So be tolerant. To be tolerant, to don't be judgmental, because we are not in the shoes of others. We are not, we don't know everything. We are just a small glimpse of, the divine essence falling on earth. And this is, for me, I think the most important thing is to express our nature by beauty, and in simple things. And being beautiful is also being with integrity, and to be loyal, to be whole, and to be also okay with our shadow. I am human like others. I have also, someone told me, I'm surprised you are like that. Yeah, I'm like that. I'm like everyone else, I am like a coin. I have 2 sides. And but I don't deny the other side. Now I learn how to be okay with that, Oh my, I'm gonna see if I have some question, but it's quite hard because I know they're gonna ask me I'm gonna be asked to do it in French, and it's hard because I'm not actor on the same energy, so it's not really easy. So I'm checking a little bit. Yeah, because all this is a question of frequency. Some people are gonna perceive an information at one level, but when you speak about the same thing at another level with other words, they say you are crazy. because they are not on the same definition or frequency. There is also that is happening a lot. So let's see. Oh, this is like... Oh, ça c'est intéressant en français. Le décor est superbe. Derrière toi, ça envoie de la bonne énergie à travers. J'arrive même pas à lire, mon Dieu, à travers. Oh, merci, merci. Bah, c'est pas fini. Hein. Quand ça sera fini, je vous ferai le tour. J'espérais fin août, mais là, vu que j'ai toujours pas mon frigo définitif qui va me permettre de finir cette partie, et après, en fonction de cette partie, ça me permet de finir cette partie. Patience, patience. La patience, ça se cultive justement par des choses comme ça. Alors, qui dépendent pas de soi. Donc voilà. Ce que j'ai fait aussi quand je suis fed up, what I'm doing also when I'm fed up because I cannot advance on my project, I go out the evening or early morning, not during the day because it's hot. I go out and I clean the landscape. There are a lot of little pieces of cement in the beautiful sand that is beige, rosy, pink beige, pink. It's really beautiful and a little bit ochre, nice sand color. And you have this piece of cement everywhere, gray. I become crazy. So tomorrow I go to my favorite store, to Home Depot again, and I'm gonna buy filter, like you put the sand and the stones and you get just the big ones. And I'm gonna have this beautiful sand without cement pieces all around. So I'm excited about this project. So this is how I heal myself when I'm fed up of things that are not going forward. I go and I really enjoy to be like taking off the old branches, taking off some plastic that are around and cleaning. It's like a Japanese Zen garden, under the cactuses. It was plastic and bottles and things. I clean and I am like, I feel good and I feel the cactuses are happy. So this is how I spend my time. And it's wonderful. It's really wonderful. So I wish you a good evening. And I'm going to try to check again. But I don't know, I cannot see the messages. It's like turning very fast. It's difficult to go back. Maybe because I don't have a regular internet connection. So I cannot, work like with an internet connection. But I'm thankful at least to have my phone that is working like that. And I can do this live. Next week I'm going to do a live or even 2 lives with some people who created very, very, very good skin product that they sent me, that I tried because I never speak about something I don't try. So I'm gonna do live with them like this. They're gonna explain to us how they created their line, organic, delicious product, feeling very good. And we're gonna do incentives for the orphanage. So this is gonna be really nice. We're gonna do, some like 2 or 3 weeks promotions. And also, I guess you saw it yesterday, I received a beautiful drawing of Charles that he offered to me, and it's really nice. And I have a project I already sent to my artisan in Nepal to do a bandana with that. So this is going to be a gray, black and white gray bandana, or inverted, it's going to be more dark with white. So I'm excited about that. So I have to work about that. I have to work on the size to make it square and to try to make beautiful edges. Voila, these are the projects. So thank you for listening, and thank you again for your message all the message, not only the one of support, even the one that are making reactions. I think it's very interesting. These are the ones that are the most evolving, actually, because, and it's for that I post them. For people not to say, look, they said about me, it's not that. It's just to show how people perceive the world or perceive others, and how some people perceive in a way and some people in another way. And it's the same for we can say the events that are going on, Also, we are in astrology in a time of very intense time, especially this weekend. So the best is to take care, to don't be part of any kind of group of people in the street, or avoid the crowds, stay at home, don't be part of any conflict. Really stay grounded, stay at home, don't go where there are crowds, don't manifest for anything, stay quiet and safe at home, because it can unfold very badly, especially here in the US. A little bit around the world it's very conflictual, but here, since some days, for many political events, it can become really severe, so you have really to take care of yourself and your dear ones. I wanted to end on that. Bye-bye. Big kisses to everybody, and thank you again.